Welcome to the Royal Calcutta Turf Club Calcutta Races Autumn Meeting Second Day Friday 17th November 2023 race preview. The first race of the afternoon is the Abilene Handicap for horses rated 41 to 66, 21 to 46 eligible to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. First runner we are looking at is Maktub. This run is from the Calcutta monsoon season where Maktub had one solitary run in race number 30, travelled in 4th spot as the horses entered the home straight, then came up with a run and eventually finished on 3rd. The winner here was 1000 Words, who made every post a winning one. Couple of runners we're looking at: number 2 Bundle of Chum, number 3 Mescal. Bundle of Charm, this was in race number 23 from the Calcutta monsoon season, travelled in 4th spot, eventually weakened slightly and finished on 5th of 7 runners. Mescal, who was in 2nd last spot as they entered the home straight, came up with a late dash, took charge into the last 100 meters and won that race with a measure of comfort, beating Dr. Doom into 2nd. Number 4, Devuska. This run is from this season where Devuska in race number 6 went over 1100 meters, was in 5th spot as they entered the home straight, came up wide of the track and eventually came out and finished on 3rd. The winner here was Kalahari Gold, who won that race by a widening margin of 2.5 lengths. Number 5 is Dubai Star. This run is from this season in race number 4. Dubai Star was in 6th spot as they entered the home straight, did not make any further improvement. As you can see towards the top of your screen and the inside of the track, was labouring and eventually finished on 6th. The winner here was Meropi, who was very impressive on that day. Number 6 is Mount Reno. Mount Reno has had quite a few starts in the last winter season, skipped the monsoon season. This run is from race number 139 where Mount Reno was in 6th spot as they entered the home straight, went asked for an effort, didn't have anything to offer, eventually fell back and finished on last of 7 runners. The winner here was Indian Tiger. We move on to the second race of the afternoon, the Sound of Cheers Handicap for horses rated 1 to 26 to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. First runner we are looking at is Spacecraft. This run is from the Calcutta monsoon season. The Spacecraft was in the lead as they entered the home straight, as you can see in the claret and gold epaulets. Then eventually started to drop back and eventually finished on 7th of 8 runners. The winner here was Sagittari, who won that race by almost 3 lengths. Number 2 is Tango Punch. Tango Punch took the turn in 8th spot, then made a fun placing towards the inside, as you can see in the purple with the white stripes, and finished on 7th. The winner here was Rashpati in green, who won that race by a widening margin of 6 lengths. Number 4 is Sandrin, who had a couple of starts in the monsoon season. First up, it finished on 4th in race number 13 behind Thalame. In race number 20, where it was in 3rd spot as they entered the home straight, when asked for an effort, Sandrin didn't really have much to offer, fell back and eventually finished on 5th. The winner here was Rocket Man, who won that race by a widening margin of 6.25 lengths. Couple of runners we look at: number 7 is Regan, number 8 is Chetak. Regan had one solitary start, which was in race number 13, where it was slow to begin but then was brushed up, took the turn in 4th spot, then came up and eventually finished an eye-catching 2nd. Chetak, on the other hand, finished on 3rd in its earlier start in race number 1 behind Lion Queen. Over here, Chetak took the turn in 5th spot, stayed on in 5th, last of 5 runners. We move on to the third race of the afternoon, the Regal Star Handicap for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. The first runner we're looking at is Palcha. Palcha, after moving from Hyderabad, this was his first start. took the turn in 8th spot, then made up some late gains and eventually finished on 7th of 9 runners. The winner here was Kalahari Gold, who won that race by 2.5 lengths. Number 2 is 10, earlier known as Torino, had a start under a new name in the Derby, where 10 was in 5th spot as they ended the home straight, did not make any further improvement, eventually finished on 5th, and the winner here was Destroyer. 10 had earlier finished on 3rd in his first start of the monsoon season behind Sea Eagle in race number 2. We look at a couple of runners here. Number 3 is Whistleblower, 11 is Tender Heart. Whistleblower, this was a start in race number 2 in the current season where Whistleblower was in 6th spot as they ended the home straight, then eventually finished on 8th. The other runner was Tender Heart. Tender Heart took the turn in 7th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 6th. The winner here was Raspberry in Green, who won that race by a widening margin of 6 lengths. Number 4 is Dubai Dunes. Dubai Dunes, this was in the previous season, in the winter season, where race number 97, Dubai Dunes took the turn in 6th spot, made up a placing towards the inside as you can see in the royal blue jacket, and eventually finished on 5th. The winner here was Jawai, and it was noted after the race that Dubai Dunes was trotting lame. Number 5 is Trebia. Trebia had a start in the monsoon season in race number 6 where it took the turn in 6th spot and finished on 6th, and the winner here was Good Tip, who won that race by almost 3 lengths. Number 7 is Swift Lady. Couple of starts for Swift Lady in the monsoon season. This start we are looking at is from race number 33 where Swift Lady was in 6th spot as you can see in the lilac jacket, then came up with a run down the center and eventually finished on In the Money, 3rd behind Sagittari. Earlier start Swift Lady has finished on 2nd after being slowly away behind Jawai. Number 10 is Magnite, had quite a few starts in the last winter season. This start we are looking at is from the race number 140 where Magnite was in 3rd spot as they entered the home straight, then came up with a run down the center and eventually finished on 2nd, almost 3 parts of a length behind Mandela. We move on to the 4th race of the afternoon, the Psychic Flame Handicap for horses rated 61 to 86, rated 41 to 66, eligible to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. The first runner we're looking at is Multistara. This run is from the previous winter season where Multistara was a winner in race number 118. Then subsequent 2 starts finished on 4th in race number 144 behind Cold Pursuit. In race number 160, the one we are looking at, it went on a start to finish mission and flattered for a while, but into the last 100 meters there was a cavalry charge and Multistara could only finish on 3rd behind Delphini. Couple of runners we're looking at this is Moselle and number 7, that is Dr. Doom. And Moselle, this was in race number 30, was in 6th spot as they entered the home straight, then dropped back slightly and eventually finished on 7th of 8 runners. The winner here was 1000 Words, and number 7, Dr. Doom, who was in 3rd spot, made up a placing and towards the inside and finished on a close 2nd. Moving on to the 5th and feature race of the afternoon, the Mayfowl Cup for horses 4-year-old and over, to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. The first runner we are looking at is Awesome One. This one is from the Calcutta monsoon season in race number 18 where Awesome One took the turn in 4th spot, tried to weave a passage towards the inside but was blocked for room and eventually finished on 3rd. Awesome One has subsequently had a mock race. Number 2, Cape Town Ross. This start is also from the Calcutta monsoon season. This was in race number 5, where Cape Town Ross took the turn in 6th spot, then dropped back and eventually finished on last of 8 runners. The winner here was Delphini, and Cape Town Ross also had a benefit of a mock race. Couple of runners. Number 3, Tactical Command. Number 4, Savvy Chick. Tactical Command, this was in the monsoon season race number 24, where Tactical Command took the turn in 3rd spot, then came up with a run and eventually finished on 2nd. In the same race, Savvy Chick, who was a little slowly out of the gates, then was brushed up, took the turn in 5th spot, came up with a late run and eventually finished on 3rd. The winner here was Stockbridge, who won that race rather impressively. We move on to the 6th and last race of the day, the Pentar Handicap for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. The first runner we're looking at is Indian Tiger. This is from the current season in race number 6, where Indian Tiger was on a start to finish mission, as you can see in the black jacket with the white star, then started to run out of gas as the cavalry charge came and overhauled the Indian Tiger, and all it could do was finish on 6th of 9 runners. The winner here was Kalahari Gold. Number 2, Hellblazer signed off the winter season with a win in race number 46. This is the one we are looking at. It skipped the monsoon season in race number 46 over 1400 meters. Hellblazer went on a start to finish mission and was given a breather, then kicked away from the field and eventually won that race by a length. Today ridden by Shahzad Khan. Three runners went up against each other: Impermanence, Sporting Trainer and Italian Gold. Impermanence went on a start to finish mission and eventually was in front as they entered the home straight, then dropped back and eventually finished on 9th of 9 runners. Number 6, Sporting Trainer, who took the turn in 7th spot, made up couple of placings and eventually finished on 5th. And number 9, Italian Gold, who took the turn in 4th spot when asked for an effort, didn't have much to offer, dropped back and eventually finished on 6th of 9 runners. The winner here was Dance Along, who won that race by almost 5 lengths. Number 5, Extravagant Star. This was from the monsoon season in race number 26. After a couple of efforts in race number 4, where it finished on 4th, in race number 9 it finished on 3rd. Over here, Extravagant Star was in 3rd spot, then was given the cue into the last 200 meters and then absolutely bolted and won that race by 3 lengths, beating Sea Dragon into 2nd. Couple of runs went up against each other. This was in the monsoon season in race number 21, where Sun God was in 5th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 4th. Number 11, UV, who was in 3rd spot and eventually came out and finished on 2nd. There was the jockey reported that he lost his whip sometime during the race. Lastly, number 12, Jamaica. Jamaica skipped the monsoon season. This was in the winter season, where Jamaica in race number 148 was leading the pack as they entered the home straight. Was looking like a winner, but then started to run out of gas and eventually was caught up by 26 Black, who came up with a late dash and got the race in the shadows of the post by a nose. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you at the races.